All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He's got it with the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Bills 7, Eagles nothing.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Howard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Pass. Tighten up. Check three. Check the backer. Hey, alert three.
Now Allen. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. To the air, Allen. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Allen going to leave it on the draw for McCoy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Allen now on the sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 50 to go.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on 2nd. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
That's got to be a knock. Kill. Mike 50, Mike 50. Wild Bill. Hey, wahoo. Mike 50, Mike 50.
To throw is Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Bandit. Hey, switch gears. Hey, exit.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And an Eagles first down.
Here we go. Lady! Check pass. Lefty.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Play action. Now Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Taken in at the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Right, 80! 56, 56! 51 the mic, boy, 51. And let's get it.
Throwing is Allen on third. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them some...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
58. 180. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
First down, Eagles.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Even, 4 down, even.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Switch.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He finds an opening past the 40. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And an Eagles first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Running with Howard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
Partner, what we just saw, that's It's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Now Hausch could attack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space. and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Wentz going to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Philadelphia.
49. We want this.
They run with Howard, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you.
A give to Howard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Allen going to throw. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Mike 51, Mike 51. 5 wide. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 24 yards. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Keep it up, guys.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down and 4. Allen, he'll set up the screen to McCoy. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here.
Let's go, D. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He finds McCoy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here we go. It's gone. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. His first running back, McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Target, 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 target. No, no, no.
To throw again on second down. Allen, pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Alert flare, alert flare. Middle. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, check. Lucky.
Allen on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. On third and long, it's Allen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down again. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz going to look deep for Jeffrey. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They go with Howard again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 of 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. He did turn 31 back in July. and they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And McCoy loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs.
Here we go.
Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Waiting. 49. Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the